to the fight, playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers don't need no cause. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons. Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Let's find out, bitches. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons.
Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Fried currently, because damn, somebody took a shot at the bard. In real life, I write the Black Knight Chronicles urban fantasy series, the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter urban fantasy series, and the Bubba the Monster Hunter comedic horror series, and we have some exciting news on the Bubba front, y'all. Bubba Season 5, Episode 3, Houses of the Holy, is releasing on February 18th, so next week as you're hearing this, if you're on time, and if you're late, well, go buy my shit anyway. And we also have an Indiegogo pre-order set up for the Bubba the Monster Hunter Season 5 audiobooks, so you can check out all my social media and find the links to that there. And you can pre-order Yo Bubba.
Hi, it's Joseph Bradley. I play the role of Bjork Bjornson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road are available from Angry Robot Books, and go buy that shit.
Hi, my name is Rick Gualterian. I feel the need to be extra serious now to make up for that. I play Silas Kane, who is a interesting paladin, and in real life I write several things, including the Tome of Bill series, Bill of the Dead, and Tales of the Crypto Hunter, the last one of which is Kraken Hunters, which is out now. Go get that shit.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue, and currently a weasel. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write many of the toxically unpopular Shingles series. Go check those out.
Hi there, I'm Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Firemaster, cat on a hot gin floof. That didn't work. In real life, I write the Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books. I've also recently released Brandon Firemaster and some other guys with E.M. Kaplan, and the latest toxically unpopular Shingles story, Valley of the Sex Dolls.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, author of books such as Superpowered, Fred the Vampire Accountant, Villain's Code, the sequel to which, Bones of the Past, is available on audio for pre-order, and it's coming out on March 30th, and 5 Minute Sherlock, the latest audiobook of which is out, and you can have right now. And sorry if I'm a little flustered, I basically just shit myself in terror at Joe's horrible clown voice, so doing the best I can to recover like I imagine the rest of you. But, you know, while I compose myself, why don't we find out what we missed on the Patreon this week from Rick?
Well, speaking of shitting ourselves, this past weekend on the as part of our Discord, which you have to be a member of our Patreon to get to, patreon.com Authors and Dragons, I sat down with Steve, Bob, and our special guest, E.M. Kaplan, and we did this month's Mimic Chest. For those who don't know, the Mimic Chest is where we take better podcasts than ours, and we mock the shit out of them, respectfully, of course. This past weekend, I don't think we really did a podcast so much as we kind of did a bit of unsolved romantic mysteries in honor of the upcoming Valentine's Day. So join our Patreon if you want to get the absolute most romantic Mimic Chest you will ever hear.
Ah yes, the case of Who Fucked the Pork Pie. Truly a classic.
Oh, you say that, Drew, but pretty much everything we ended up talking about is way grosser than that. And yet, still the most romantic podcast we've ever recorded.
I have no trouble believing all of it. Well, speaking of things getting thrusted into and smoked and kicked around. Why don't we go back to that Ifrit fight that you all were having? Because, man,
Yeah, speaking of getting fucked.
some shit's going down.
Can I just fuck a pork pie instead? Because I think it hurt less.
It almost certainly would hurt less. Let's see. So when last we left off, the Ifrit had just gone. I don't... And so his summon will now go. That's right. There's no summoning sickness in D&D, and I almost always forget that. Well, what's up, Fandango? He got given an order.
God damn it.
What is your AC?
16.
Ooh, alright.
Fuck you, Fireboy.
I almost forgot to ask. How much of that is dexterity and natural armor?
Not much. Shit.
Because it's a touch attack.
2.
So 2 of 12 AC.
Fuck.
Well, at least it doesn't hit you on the natural 1.
Yay.
10 fire damage.
Fuck you, Fireboy.
Yeah, how does it feel?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, if anybody deserves a little fire,
Yeah.
this might just be karma.
Well, at least I'm not in the center of it this time.
Brandon Thighmaster, what would you like to do?
Help! Help!
Now, really, I should go over and help Fandango. But there are several in-canon, in-story reasons why I should not do that. I'm going to explain it.
Then there are all the healing spells you've ever received.
Let me lay this out for you. 1, the character is already mid-charge. 2, he did say get the caster, and that was good advice. 3, you are covered by Silas, and if Klaus ever comes out from behind the rock, Klaus also. So that's my
I'm
reason.
not really providing much cover right now.
Yeah,
Silas is like all the way on the other side of the map from Fandango.
yeah, I'm not really sure what cover I'm providing here.
Yeah.
Have no fear, Fandango. Klaus will piss on you as soon as he's done dealing with this Ifrit.
I love the idea of Brandon just being like, Klaus, you've got this.
You're right.
They leave the bird and the weasel to fight a fire element.
It's foolish to depend on anyone. Okay, I'm going to attack the fire elemental.
All right.
I'm going to burn a key point, so that should be 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Claw, bite, and another bite.
Dang.
25, 15, 25, 14.
I believe those are all going to hit, and on top of that, you have magical attacks.
That is right. I am magical.
That you are an excellent matchup for this one.
Magic kitty. Not great damage. 3, 4, 6, 7.
That's 20.
Yeah.
20 on the elemental.
Fandango, you see a cat leap into the air, scratching and clawing at living flame, and against basically all odds, it manages to do some damage. It claws the fire, and the fire looks weaker for the experience.
I'm officially no longer a dog person.
Stallion of the Gods. You do have a clear shot at the Ifrit currently.
Oh, that's good. I mean, on the one hand, he does kind of look like a demon. On the other hand, he is smiting the shit out of Fandango, who is a sinner. But I suppose I can help out there. I will send these in via sharpshooter, so that's -5 to hit plus 10 damage if I hit. And the first one that hits, assuming any, will have a divine smite attached to it.
Very nice.
23, and I think the other one is a 12, so that probably misses.
Yeah, the 23 will hit, though.
All right, so that's 24 normal damage, and fuck, and add on to that 2 radiant.
All right, so 26 damage total.
Yep.
Nicely done. All right, you fire. One goes way wide, but one, man, it zips in and it clips him in the shoulder, and it leaves a wound. You do some damage there. All right, Bjorg.
Bjorg he has made it to the top, yes?
You are climbing up. You're still going to have to burn the rest of your movement to get all the way up.
Okay, alright. So, can I get up and still have my attack, or...?
Yeah, I'm going to say you can finish climbing up, and you have enough... You'll be standing basically next to him.
Okay, cool. Bjorg is going to immediately rage.
Okay.
Upon getting up there. I'm going to declare reckless attack on this guy. And Bjorg is basically going to rush in and kind of just basically his eyes go bloodshot, and at the remark about kill the caster, and he's just like, that was a mistake. That is a 27 and a 13.
Nope, it's a 28 and a 23, because remember,
Yeah,
you
28.
did reckless attack.
Yes, that's true. 28 and a 23.
So both will hit.
All right, do that damage. That is 34 damage total.
Nice.
Excellent. And you are in your regular form, so you are definitely wielding a magical sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Minus 34. Very nice. Klaus.
All right. Klaus would like to do better by Bjorg this time. Since Bjorg's within 5 feet, I want to... Do I still have to be in 30 feet of him to do a ranged sneak attack?
If that's a rogue ability, then if that's the limits of a rogue thing, then yes.
That might have been 3.5. I'm not sure. I'm looking it up right now. All right. It doesn't say anything about 30 feet. Good news.
Gotcha. Yes. So because Bjorg is within 5 feet, he is susceptible to sneak attack. That is correct.
All right. So I'm going to step out from behind the rock. I am going to use my sharpshooter. And yeah,
no.
if
Here we go.
If I hit him, I'll add some sneak attack damage.
All right.
All right. Minus 5, 15.
That will not hit.
Well, I didn't explode rocks all over Bjorg. That's
Yeah,
step
just
up.
a bolt flies between Bjorg and the Jinn. Or the Ifrit, sorry.
All right, go Bjorg. I'm going back behind my rock.
All right. Gordon will heroically move to a better position.
Also behind a rock.
Okay, so the Ifrit is up, and it is going to... So, Bjorg, since you are directly in front of him, you are going to get 2 attacks.
All right.
Ooh, a 13 and a 13 are not going to do jack.
Nope.
Oh. So you dodge and weave and etc., and he kind of nods. He's like,
Huh. You have skill. Pity there's no smarts to go with it.
I don't need brains. I'll take yours.
well, that's a lovely sentiment, Bjorg. You do get an attack of opportunity.
Yes. Okay. That is that's a unless it also counts as reckless, and I don't think it
I
does.
Don't think it does offhand. That's something we should probably check afterward,
Yeah, well,
but for the moment we'll say no.
It's a 13, so that's a miss.
Okay.
Doesn't.
Then a 13 misses, so the Ifrit steps back, and he keeps walking back. He walks off the edge of the cliff, and then lowers
shit.
himself by 10 feet. So he is now floating in midair, and Silas, he has positioned this rock directly between you and he. Like this giant-ass formation.
Come back, coward. You may be a djinn, but my god is the tonic.
Let's see. Fendingo, I'm sorry, you know what? Fendingo, you should have gotten a chance to move after the fire elemental attacked you. So if you want to go ahead and take your turn before the fire elemental goes, that is only fair.
Okay.
Or after the fire elemental attacked you, you should have gotten a move. So yes.
Then yeah, I'm gonna try and fly the fuck away from it.
Would you like to disengage?
Yes. I would like to do that. What does that mean?
That is where you use your action to disengage, so you get your normal 30 or whatever feet of movement, but you are not prone to attacks of opportunity.
Yes. I would like to do that.
Excellent idea. All right. So if you disengage, then you may fly wherever you like.
Alrighty. Since I have 60 feet of flight movement, I'm going over here, behind the other rock.
Very nice. At what, are you just on the ground or hovering?
Yeah, I'm on the ground.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid to hover because things keep killing me.
Understandably so.
What, that he's afraid to hover, or that things keep killing him?
Yes.
There's a good news, bad news thing going on here. So the fire elemental has pretty strict orders, and it's going to follow them. The good news is both Brandon and Gordon get attacks of opportunity.
Righty. Jump. Yeah, 14.
I do not have high hopes for Bear Gordon, but we'll see what we can find here.
I have high hopes for Bear Gordon.
Bear Claw.
I desperately need to have high hopes for Bear Gordon.
Actually, both hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Takes a chunk for 7.
Son of a bitch. Gordon's attacks count as magical when he's in shapeshifted form.
Handy.
Sweet.
Wow. He's actually being useful.
Brandon heroically strikes the fire elemental. Gordon looks like he might be flailing, trying to go, get away, get away, get away, and smacks it with a big mighty paw, but they both do damage. So that was the good news part.
The bad news is motherfucker's still coming after me.
Yep, two touch attacks. 25 and 9. Honestly, the fact that he's barely hitting with touch attacks is pretty impressive. 9.
Does anyone smell barbecue?
Still awake. I'm still up.
All right. Well, Fandango, it is your turn again.
Please heal yourself.
Kentucky Fried Fandango.
You ain't lying. Does it look like they've done significant damage to this fire elemental?
It has lost cohesion, not it's, I think wounded was like a 5 or a 4 thing or something, but like it's definitely not on its last legs by any means.
Then yes, I will disengage and and fly the fuck away again.
All right.
I'm going to use my action to disengage, and then I'm going to fly over to the backside of this rock.
Of the middle rock, gotcha.
And my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word on me, because I can't see anyone else that might have been injured, but it's a bonus action with no somatic component.
Yeah, I was like looking at where you are in your angles. The only one you could make an argument for being able to see is probably Bjorg, who is unhurt.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else who's been injured, and I'm not really looking for anybody else right now.
Fair enough. Are you on the ground again, or are you in the air?
No, I'm hovering.
At what height?
About 15 feet.
Okay.
And tight to the rock. I'm assuming that the fire elemental's like 8 feet tall or something?
I believe, let's see. Oh god, it's been a while since we did this one. I know the one that Bjorg is on is 40.
And this rock is 30 feet high?
I think
They
these
were all
two
40
are...
except for the beginning one.
The one that Klaus is behind is 20 then.
Yes.
Okay, so this one's 40 feet?
I think
Then,
so. Are they all 40?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
then
40
I'll
except for the
hover.
small
Then
one.
I'll hover 20 feet above the ground.
Gotcha. All right.
And I will. Yeah, I'll heal myself for 6 points with Mass Healing Word.
Do it to it, man. Brandon Thigh Master.
Well, if an enemy's running away, for whatever reason, seems like a very cat thing to do, to follow him and disembowel him. So I will do that. I will
Fiery
attempt to.
disembowel.
However that works on a fire elemental.
I mean, I had chili for dinner, so yeah.
Oh, you just made this more disgusting. Should I bite it? Right, I'm going to burn a key point again for flurry. So claw, jump. I miss it.
You bite into his fiery bowel evacuations.
A 22, a natural 20, a 21, and a 15.
Damn.
Damn.
And I do not think... Yeah, there's nothing for elementals that makes them immune to critical hits anymore. So you're good there. Yeah, all of those hit.
A 6, 3 plus 3, an 8, and a 4. So 24.
Yeah, 24. Man, you guys are doing... you're putting a hurting on this thing.
Seems only fair.
I mean, you started it by being a caster.
Also seems only fair.
We brought this on ourselves by walking into an area.
I just assume that as a bard, I have slept with someone that this Ifrit really didn't want me to sleep with at some point.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
All right. So currently Arrow of the God, since he's missing his hooves. It is your turn. You do not have any line of sight on the Ifrit.
Well, that's okay. So I will come here. Can I get a shot at the elemental?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right, then these will both come in as sharpshooter. 32 and a natural 1.
Well, the 32 will hit, even with the deduction.
For 24 points.
All right, and I'm assuming you have a magical bow. It would be weird at this point. All right, Bjorg.
Okay. I'm gonna try something stupid.
Hooray.
can I, like, get a running start and leap and try to, like, grab him?
Oh,
Like
you want to grapple him?
Yeah, kind of, like, maybe get a sword strike on the way in if that's possible, but I don't know how that jives with the
It's
world.
like an old school TLC match, and your Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off of the belts hanging from the ceiling.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna, I don't know if I would be able to hang on after attacking him.
Yeah, so I'm looking up the rules for grappling at the moment. The specifics.
I know we've avoided grappling so far, but I can't think of anything else to do.
No, it's all right. I think 5e is supposed to be not so bad. Give me one sec to look it up. So I will tell you though, you're gonna have to choose between a grapple and a strike, because you're not gonna be able to get in both. Because grappling is an action and attacking is an action.
If I grapple him, do I lose my sword?
You would have to sheath or drop your sword.
I'm trying to think if there's any damage I can do while grappling him.
Just dive out of the sky like on the t-shirt and slice the motherfucker in half.
Yeah, you could normally do multiple, but since you're going to be falling, I think you're just going to have to pick one on this one.
Oh God!
This is a comic book panel.
Yeah.
Could I try to leap and like stab land on him to try and drop him down to the ground anime style?
Oh, you want to do
a
targeted strike, huh? They don't have rules for this in 5e, but truth be told, it's pretty much a very hard thing to do. So I'll give you, if you get a nat 20, I will say that yes, you can successfully stab him. At that point, it's going to become a contested roll to see if you can knock him from the sky.
All right. If I don't nat 20, do I still damage him?
Well, if you hit him,
that makes it worth it, because like I think I can withstand the falling damage if I fuck it up.
Sounds good.
Got plenty of hit points. All right, so we're gonna. Should I just do one attack for this, or should I do or can I get my two?
If you were gonna do like one targeted jumping attack, I think you kind of have to commit to the one.
Okay. Just one.
If you want to just slash going down, you can have two.
All right, I'm gonna shoot for the moon here. I'm gonna make it reckless too, just for the extra.
Oh yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you in this scenario?
This is inherently reckless.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is like the definition of
You
reckless.
can't not make this reckless.
If there was ever a reckless attack, it's this one.
All right, Bjork's gonna get a running start and just leap attack, and that is a fucking fuck me. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god, yeah!
Holy shit!
So Bjork basically uses his augmented rage strength, races to the edge, leaps up, not out, up, flips over, gets momentum, and comes screaming down, driving his blade into the Ifrit for how much damage?
All right, let's find out. Okay, yep, that's 14.
14. Very nice.
Draw this, John Luther Davis!
I was absolutely thinking that.
All right. For the Ifrit, let's see. You are trying to knock him back, but he is using a fly ability, so I think it's just going to have to be his strength versus... Strength doesn't quite seem right, but I feel like it has to be strength for you because you're just dropping down with weight. It's that or him rolling against your mass.
Can I see what's happening here?
No. You specifically put rock between you and the Ifrit, unfortunately, so part of that is blocking the view.
It's the coolest thing happening in the game, and no one's looking.
I've got the best seats in the house. I can see.
Yeah, Klaus might be peeking out.
Bullshit. Klaus has never paid attention to combat in his life.
All right, so we will roll a contested strength check. That's really the only thing I can think of for this.
All right. And Bjork rolls a 15.
15 versus 13. All right, you are going to knock him not completely out, but we'll say you drive him down until he's about 10 feet off the ground.
All right. Stay down!
Is Bjork now just hanging on the Ifrit? off the handle of his sword?
I think I'm on top of him.
No, you are not on top of him. That's a whole different roll, buddy. If you want to roll a dex check to attempt to stay up there, but that is a very slippery position.
Okay, yeah, and I guess I'll pull the sword out and...
But the one thing I will give you is because you drove him down and then dropped off 10 feet away, I'm going to say you take no falling damage. You basically use the Ifrit as a parachute.
Superhero landing.
Yeah. All right.
More.
Well, that was a cool-ass round from Bjork.
Can't believe I made that roll.
I can't either. That was awesome.
I totally can. It's just Cloak Boy V2.
All right, Klaus, you are up.
All right, so how far up is the Ifrit now?
10 feet.
And I'm assuming Bjorg is more than 5 feet tall?
He is.
So they're still within 5 feet of each other. This is...
That one's actually tough. Are they engaged in combat? Does Bjorg have reach?
He doesn't, but it really, I don't know. Depends on how. Is he 10 feet above my head?
I mean, that's where his feet would be. We'll let you have it for this round, Klaus.
It's not
he's
gonna matter.
substantially distracted by having just gotten stabbed in the chest.
All right, same thing as last time. 11.
11 does not hit.
Why do you keep on doing this?
As you are standing there looking up at your prey, him looking down at you with new respect, the two of you just glowering, another crossbow bolt zips between you.
It's like watching a compulsive gambler. So this time it's I've got a system.
Alright, I'm gonna go between these two rocks so I'm out of sight of both enemies.
Right.
Yes, because you're really taunting them.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I guess we are to Gordon, who will... what the hell? He will try and be helpful.
What?
Yeah, it's that bad of a fight. Even the
I
druid has to
know.
kick in. Let's see. He's not going to be maximum helpful, though. But he will do Flurry of Blows in order to maximize hurting this fire elemental for you.
Nobody ever says it's helpful when I do that.
So, he is going to do the bear bite on the elemental for 20, and then unarmed strikes, 2 of them. So 14 and 5. So, Brandon Thighmaster, you watch as Gordon suddenly drops into a pose as a bear, does a series of movements you recognize as a flurry of blows, to bite and punch the fire elemental several times.
Bear doing kung fu. That's ridiculous.
All right, so we are back to the Ifrit.
I'm probably not keeping him down on the ground, but...
I mean, he has the ability of flight, so that was always going to be a difficult one, but you knocked him down to the ground. That was pretty cool. Like, you got him out of the air. That was cool as shit. Bjorg, you can take one swing at him since I gave Klaus his sneak attack. We'll say you're just within reaction range to swing as he flies up. Doesn't hit regardless. So he is going to fly up until he is peeking over the top of the mountain, and then he is going to cast... Oh, it's a good old-fashioned wall of fire. Let's get it to the full 60 feet.
I'm having Diablo 2 flashbacks.
I'm having 5 minutes ago flashbacks.
Yeah, 60 feet long, a foot thick, and 20 feet high.
I'm gonna guess he's casting it under me.
No, he's casting it over on your friends.
Awesome.
He is casting it on Silas, Brandon, Gordon, and the fire elemental. So, for the folks who cannot read it at home, you create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 1 foot thick. Oh, you know what, actually? I don't think he can make it climb up to get Silas, so it'll only get Gordon, Brandon, and the fire elemental.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh, goody.
All right. Oh, by the way, after he casts, the Ifrit lowers himself back down slightly. He is now floating 30 feet in the air, again behind the rock.
Bjorg, I'm going to need you to jump as high as you can.
Alright.
Let's see. All right, so when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. So that is going to be Gordon and Brandon. As you might imagine, the fire elemental doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Does evasion help me in this at all?
Very much does, yes.
Good to know.
Fire elemental says, "Look at my 60-foot dick."
Oh, God. I've got extra incentive to roll better now.
Let's see. Where's his spell save DC?
25 dex.
Well, I think you definitely made it, and that means you take no damage, I believe. Double check on evasion for me. I'm not sure if that's improved evasion or not.
I mean, that's what happens when I fireball him.
Then that would probably mean the same thing, yeah.
There's some precedent for this, I believe.
Just a few weeks ago.
There we go. Spell save DC of 15. Gordon fails. Oh, buddy. Well, all right. There is a roasty toasty bear.
What's that smell? Oh, that's burnt fur. That smells worse than burnt feather.
Can't you smell that smell?
Actually, after he goes, it is the Ifrit's turn. Or not the Ifrit, it's the fire elemental's turn. And it is going to attempt to walk past you guys to get to Fandango, because that's what it was told to do. So, Brandon, Gordon, would you like attacks of opportunity?
Yes, very much so. Bite. 22.
It's dead. It had one hit.
Thank fucking God.
Ah, that's good. Well, feel like I've achieved something here. Mind you, there is more fire now than there was.
Substantially more. Yes, that will be an issue for you on your turn. But Fandango, you're up.
All right. So there's a great big fucking wall of fire.
Yes, and you are on the side that if you get within 10 feet, you can feel the heat. So if you get too close, it will start dealing damage.
I will not be doing that.
All right.
Can I see the dead fire elemental from where I am?
Yes. Yes, you have a good clean line of sight on that.
All right, then I'm...
Well, actually, roll me a perception.
Okay.
You're trying to see a fire elemental being unmade in the midst of a giant wall of fire. So you do have to spot that. Well, we're gonna...
It's like a magic eye puzzle.
19.
Yeah, all right, you got that one.
Okay.
Gotta relax your eyes.
So, then I'm going to move around. Fuck it, I'm just going to heal myself again. I can't. If I do anything else, I'm just going to die.
I mean, I don't think Brandon and Gordon would be mad at a mass healing word at this time.
That's probably right. But as much as I love these guys, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself as a second level spell so I can get an extra little oomph to it.
If only mass healing word was a bonus action.
If only you could cast 2 spells in a turn. Yeah. All right, I get back 13 hit points.
Nice.
You ran away to cast mass healing, and then you used cure wounds.
Yep.
Nice.
I learned it by watching you, Dad.
Yeah. I was saying, I'm proud of you, son.
And then I'm staying where I am because if I can't see the Ifrit can't see me.
That is true. There is a reason he hasn't attacked you in a few turns.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to tuck right in close to this rock and pray. Dear Torag, please pretend I'm not one of your followers because I'm not, and don't fucking set me on fire.
Fuck you. Now I'm shooting at you.
Can we just get Klaus to shoot at me instead?
Not
up.
if you want that rock to stay up.
And it looks like the damage for the wall of fire does not kick in until the end of your turn, if I'm reading this right.
Okay.
One side of the wall selected by you when you cast the spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. Yeah. Takes it first time when it enters for the first time, which you didn't. You were already there, or ends its turn there. Yeah, okay. So you don't take anything at the start of your turn, but if you're still within 10 feet of this thing at the end, you will take more damage. You will have to roll again. Oh no, you just take damage. No roll.
Exit stage left. And I think I can get down to... I've got a 45 move. I can't get over to Bjorg, but I can get in the vicinity. There you go. I'm in the vicinity. I'm not sure what good that will do, but I can give you some moral support at this range.
Go, Bjorg, go! Go, Bjorg, go!
You gotta figure out a way to get up there.
Climb to the top and knock him down a few more times. It's bound to...
Yeah, totally. That'll totally work a second time.
Arrow of the Gods.
All right. How tall is this rock?
All the rocks except for the smallest one are 40 feet high.
All right. And about how high is it here?
I think we said that one was 20, somewhere in the 20s, maybe 15s, like roughly on par with the far rock at most.
That's good enough.
Fireball!
No. So I go to here, and then I cast Misty Step to take me up to the top of here.
That's great.
Nice.
Because now you're close enough to shoot, and he knows somebody else casts spells, so awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not... he's still below. I can't see him, right?
Yeah, he is 10 feet below... Yeah, because he's hovering at 30.
All right, so that was a move and a bonus. Can I ready an attack in case he pops his head up?
If you have an action left, yes.
Yes, that was a move and a bonus.
Okay.
Okay.
So ready an attack in case he sticks his head up.
Silas has got the high ground. Not morally, of course.
No, never morally. Bjorg!
Oh, God. Okay, so my plan to keep him down kind of failed.
It's like fighting an arrogant balloon.
I lose my rage if I am not either attacking or attempting to get towards... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fucking start climbing up start rage climbing up the cliff. Just really angrily climbing.
Smashing his fingers into the rock to make handholds.
Actually, for the before you commit, you should know, heading toward your enemy doesn't do anything to sustain your rage. It ends early if you're knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you have not attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then.
Okay, so... Shit. Alright, so I basically can't not lose my rage.
Unless you can find a way to attack him.
Throw your sword.
Oh, does a ranged attack count?
Oh.
It doesn't say anything about melee.
Cool. I am going to... So Bjorg actually does have a backup weapon. Bjorg has a heavy crossbow. And he is going to basically whip out his heavy crossbow.
Before anybody in the comments asks, I am looking at the rules right now, and there ain't no rule says a raging barbarian can't use a crossbow.
Alright, so we're going to shoot... Yeah, he's going to basically just... frothing while he fires his crossbow.
Excellent. And, none of your bonuses apply, though. That is
No, it's got a separate thing. It's a 13, so the bolt misses.
But you did attack him, so your rage is still going. I am happy to count that.
Excellent.
All right, Klaus.
All right. Sadly, it looks like nobody's within 5 feet of my target. Good news. I don't think it would have mattered anyway. I am going to sharpshooter him regularly.
Oh.
God damn it.
12.
Does not hit.
I'm going to edit in a fucking tumbleweed
I was going to say, I believe in you, Klaus, but also look at who else I believe in. So,
I love like Silas teleporting to the top of this rock, tensely holding the string of his bow, just waiting to unleash hell the second he sees movement, and then just like this arrow flying through the bump.
Just clattering to the ground uselessly.
And Godzuki.
Oh shit, that took me back.
Alright, Klaus went behind his rock again.
Yeah, Gordon is also gonna GTFO this wall.
Good idea.
Smarter than the average bear.
I think even the average bear would think fire bad.
I mean,
Yeah, I suppose that's
even
a
the
good
average
point.
bear knows that only you can prevent forest fires.
That's true.
Okay, so it is the Ifrit's turn. He is going to fire a pair of blasts down at you, Bjorg. Because, well, he can, and you can't really hit him back very well, and he knows it.
Ugh.
But a 12 isn't going to do jack shit, but a 24 will probably hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep. Alright, 24 fire damage.
Ow.
Good thing you sustained that rage.
Yep.
And
Ow! Come down here, you coward!
the Ifrit sees you take less damage than you probably should have from that, as he damages you for the first time, and realization sweeps in.
Ah, you're here to waste my time.
No, I'm here to kill you.
Float over to here to take a look at the scene, and he's gonna float right back here.
Hello, bird.
Hello, dickhead.
But the good news is he used his attacks on Bjorg first, so... What's up, Fendingo?
The better news is he's now within 5 feet of an enemy. Don't worry, guys.
Actually, I'm
I
not
got
sure
this.
he is. Fendingo, what were
Oh,
you hovering
shit.
at?
20 feet.
Nope, 10 feet away.
All
He
right,
didn't have
never
enough
mind,
movement
guys.
to drop.
Oh, now it definitely won't work. Oh no.
We're in trouble now.
All right. Hello, ass clown. Fendingo's going to cast Thunderwave as a third level spell.
All right.
So he has to make a Constitution save. It's 3d8 thunder damage to anything in a 15-foot cube around me.
That would apply to him, yeah.
And if he fails his save, if he makes his save, he takes half damage. But if he fails, he's pushed 10 feet away.
What is the DC?
DC is 16.
Then he is pushed 10 feet away?
And he takes 3d8.
Okay. Well, that would have been equally as helpless, but okay. Do you specify a direction you're sending him?
Away from me.
Okay, so I'm
So-
just going to send him directly back. All right, and you did 11 points of damage.
And he has to make a concentration check to see if his wall of fire sticks around.
Oh, well, we can just use that Constitution check I accidentally rolled. That'll work. Nat 1.
No more wall of fire.
Well, you guys had kind of left it anyway. It did its job.
Yeah, but I have 60 feet of movement and I'm flying the fuck on the other side of this rock, so...
All right. Brandon Thighmaster.
Seems like it's no good being on the ground. So I'm going to use my improved movement. Just straight up run up this mountain in the middle here. Get to the top. There's very little I can do from there, but I will use my key point to use Vigorous Body Massage. 2 times my monk level and a charisma roll. So that is charisma roll of 8. Alright, so 27. Heal for 27. Takes me back up to max. And yeah, I'll just sit smugly on this mountaintop and wait to be obliterated with a fireball. But then again, Silas is over there, so Maybe I'll get a good view of him being obliterated by a fireball. This was a good move.
Just for the record, this fireball is not my fault.
Sure.
Well, you landed on his head.
Arrow of the Gods, you have a devilly-looking guy who's been throwing around fire, and you've got a clear shot at him. Do I even need to ask how this is going to go?
Well, I surrendered. No.
I'll lick his asshole a little.
Well, since it works so well for Klaus, I'm going to do 2 sharpshooters, and if one hits, it's going to have another Divine Smite attached.
Okie dokie. Man, y'all love your sharpshooters today.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so that's
Damn.
22 and 24.
I'd love them more if they did that.
Yeah, both will hit.
So the first one is 31 points, including the Divine Smite, and the second one is 25 points.
Minus 25. All right. Damage is done. Those both land in him, and they stick, and he's looking at you now. Bjorg.
My strategy's working.
Let's see. Bjorg is going to use his maximum movement to, and he's going to fire another crossbow bolt while screaming, and that's 14. Come down, you coward!
And the sky is sure taking a lot of damage from you and Klaus.
Does it start raining?
All right, Klaus, speaking of.
All right, well, gonna change things up a bit. I'm going to go north and do a sharpshooter attack.
How mad are y'all going to be if Klaus gets the kill at the very end?
Not at all.
16.
Miss.
All right, well, I'm gonna go hide behind this rock. The middle rock.
Oh, dear.
All right, Gordon will heroically shift hiding rocks along with y'all. And the Ifrit will look around.
A lot of humans here. This was supposed to be just animals. I don't have the time for this.
And he will vanish. Everyone with Knowledge Arcana can roll me a Knowledge Arcana.
You have to have it trained?
Yes.
Bjorg dumb. He don't know shit.
This is a very advanced spell. It's not one you just are going to happen to know. Oh, actually. Oh, all right. Well, Gordon knows what happened.
Yeah, Fendingo rolls a 9, and I'm also pretty sure that I didn't even see him leave, because I got my nose pressed firmly up against this rock.
Fendingo, you hear the sounds of someone muttering some sort of magical incantation. You just hear magic. You're like, oh shit, someone's casting something. Gordon pops his bare head out and is like, holy hell, that guy just phased or just plane shift like it was nothing? That's crazy. It's like a 7th level fucking spell.
Huh.
Wait.
Did anybody find out what that guy's problem was?
I think I might have pooped on him a little when I landed.
Okay.
Fading. Can't stay angry.
Yeah, so remember that Cure Wounds thing I did? I'm going to do that again.
That's an excellent choice. Excellent choice. In fact, I'd say we should all probably give some thought to how you would like to spend your post-battle time, and it's how we can open the game part of the episode next time we start. But don't worry, fair listeners, for we are not done this time, as you know. We are doing a live blog as we're playing over at facebook.com. But before we get to that, we go to the Discord associated with our Patreon that we've already plugged amply. And so this is where the folks who ask questions get to cut the line because, hey, them's the perks. So while I was doing all that vamping, Rick was pulling up the Discord questions. All right, Rick, take it away.
You have such misguided faith in me.
Kind of like yours in Torag.
But anyway, yeah, we don't have a lot of questions, but we have some fun ones here, and this one is pretty topical for the time of year. Our friend Paladin Steve asks, romantic Valentine's dinner or Super Bowl party?
Can I have a Super Bowl party but watch something fun? I like chips and pizza and wings and beer, but I do not give a shit about the Super Bowl.
Sure, why not?
Who's playing?
2 teams.
You get that food and stick a candle in the middle of it, boom, romantic Valentine's dinner.
Yeah, I'm with Drew. Chicken wings and beer, and that's romantic.
That's what I was thinking, Bob. Like, that is my idea of a romantic dinner, so...
If we just replace the Super Bowl with Pornhub, then everything's magical.
I'm kind of in the same boat as everyone else. Like I don't generally like. I can enjoy a football game, but I'm not. When I was attending Super Bowl parties, I was 100% there for the food. So yeah. Plus, my wife is a really good cook, and I make a mean steak. So I guess I'll actually go with romantic dinner. You know, when we can actually get that, given that we have a 7-year-old.
I mean, typically my answer would be Super Bowl party, but I turned off cable a couple of years ago, and I haven't watched football since. So I know I heard Tom Brady's in it again, but I don't know who else. So yeah.
I'm in the same boat. Got rid of cable. Don't have any sports channels. So a romantic dinner of nachos there.
I think anything's romantic if you're nude. So.
Are you talking to me specifically?
Honey, we're gonna do nude nachos.
Yeah, I'm not sure nude nachos is a great plan, especially if they're hot.
They're called nude shows.
I mean, look, I've made worse mistakes in my life.
Nuchos gracias.
I prefer them that way because I always drip salsa on my clothes. And,
And sometimes even when you're eating nachos.
That is
Yes.
not how I expected that sentence to end.
well, and, a lady friend might lick the salsa off. There you go. Romance.
Romantic evening licking nacho cheese out of somebody's belly button.
You have two choices. You have a stain on your clothes or romance.
Why not both?
That is a sentence.
That's a different kind of stain.
Just a reminder for our patrons to check out the February 14th Mimic Chest. It promises to be exactly as romantic as this conversation.
All right.
We were just
All right,
wrestling
guess
with
we're
that
moving
mental
on.
image, are we?
Dead space.
Yeah. The dead silence means we're done.
All right. Moving up from eating nacho cheese out of each other's assholes. Artemis Prime asks. Aside from
Didn't say that.
We never
No,
moved
but
on
you
from
were all
Didn't
you were all
not say
you were
it,
all
yeah.
thinking it.
I am now.
Our friend Artemis Prime asks, aside from a cat, what animal do you think is most likely to murder you given your lifestyle choices?
Yeah, that feels lifestyle choices adds a weird dimension to it.
I need to. So I'm gonna need clarification on this one. Do we want to assume like what animal would want to murder you because it just hates you because of your lifestyle choices, or what does your lifestyle choices? What animal does the lifestyle your choices leave you vulnerable to?
Yeah, in pandemic times, it's kind of slim pickings. Like, I guess a wild coyote might get me on a walk one day.
And I'm too lazy even to be in danger of that.
I was talking to my brother about this the other day because he's gone on a vegan diet and I've gone the exact opposite, where I just eat as much meat as possible. And we're talking about the ethical ramifications of that, and I just decided, chickens can do one. So I guess it was about vengeance. If I'm walking down an alley one day and turn a corner and there's just a fuckload of chickens waiting for me, I suppose that's karma. I'll accept that.
I don't know, Steve, because you see, I eat a lot of chicken, and it is out of vengeance. Because we had a chicken farm when I was a little kid, and one pecked the shit out of me when I was very young. And so now I fucking hate chickens, so I eat a lot of
Totally
chicken.
there with you. Chickens deserve to be eaten. I'll take that.
Right.
I'll take that opinion to the pearly gates.
Well, if there's an animal that's taking vengeance on me, it's pigs. Because I raised pigs, and I raised them for slaughter. And I raised that little piglet from the day it was a piglet till the day someone was paid money to come and put a bullet in its head. And,
Father, why?
It wasn't the betrayal that I think got him. It was the fact that I kissed him on both cheeks and told him I loved him like a brother.
The thing is, though, having raised pigs, I would never raise them again, not out of guilt, but because they're fucking assholes.
Pork, the other white vengeance.
They're just like,
And look, no bacon tastes sweeter than bacon that you raised from a piglet.
oh, it's really true. That was some damn good bacon.
Yeah, we did that deal too.
No bacon tastes
All right.
better than salty betrayal.
Nah, I've got nothing really. I've been thinking about it, and I don't encounter a lot of animals in my day-to-day life. So this one's a stretch.
So I have this thing I do with my dogs, which is just in case anybody gets offended, I don't mean it. It's just a joke because I think it's funny, because you know how dogs just react to like any happy voice. You know, so occasionally just to horrify people, I'm like, oh, hey, puppies, who wants to go to the vet and get put down? You know, things like that. And they start wagging their tails and think it's great. So I'm thinking because of that, one day they will understand what the fuck I'm saying and just decide, okay, we've had enough of this guy's shit.
See, Rick, I think you're going out a whole different way from your dogs, because I think it's going to happen in a totally dog way. They're going to think that they're coming up to, like, say hello and love you, and one's going to bury its head in your nuts and you're going to double over, and then another one is going to knock you down a flight of stairs and kill you. All completely accidentally, and then they're going to stand there licking your face and wagging their tails over your corpse.
Dude, I have 2 bulldogs. I'm pretty sure they've already done that.
Yeah,
One of them will just
that's fair.
embrace you, and you'll feel a knife at your back, and it'll just whisper into your ear, "We could understand you the whole time." And that's how you'll go out.
I'm gonna go with a cockroach, but not an actual one. Just I'm terribly afraid of them. I hate them. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna be drunk one night, and I'm gonna see like a little eraser on the floor or something that I think is a cockroach when I'm near the stairs, and I'm gonna fall down the stairs and die.
The animal that will end you will be an eraser.
Yeah, we buy that.
Fair enough. I mean, if you're going to go, it may as well be for as ridiculous a reason as possible.
I died like I lived.
Falling down things.
You're lying there in your deathbed. What happened? You slipped on an eraser, Dad. Tell him it was a cockroach. We want to do something else? Another?
Yeah.
Sure, we can do
There's
one
only
more.
7 questions on
right.
the Facebook.
All right. Our friend Dragon asks, what is something you promise to do next time but never do? And he gives an example, i.e. start the next book with an outline.
Learn how my character works.
Prepare for a panel I'm moderating at a convention. I always swear I'm going to do that the next time.
Measure correctly and only measure correctly. Make a list of the items and tools I need, and only make one Home Depot trip
Ooh.
before any project.
I don't even bother telling myself that lie.
Do a complete inventory of the pantry before I go grocery shopping. I always tell myself I'm going to at least do a slightly more than cursory check.
Also on the list of lies I don't bother telling myself, which is why I have so much fucking spaghetti.
I purposely don't do that because, why not have a couple extra cans of green beans? You never know.
They're good for smashing cockroaches.
Well, in my case, it's less getting extra stuff and more like constantly not getting that one thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
important.
going to the grocery store, like I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get cinnamon this time. Nope, no fucking cinnamon because I didn't remember.
I haven't had a bowl of cereal in 6 years because I keep forgetting the milk.
Ooh, that reminds me, I need to put cereal on the grocery list.
That cinnamon toast crunch go both ways.
That's a great
Someone's
idea.
time. Before the plague days, I used to go to Spain about once every couple of years, and every time I went, I thought, I've been coming here since I was a boy. I should really learn some Spanish, but I never do. But I picked up Duolingo the other day, and I've decided to learn Japanese. So there's a compromise there.
That's like Spanish.
I think so. I think if I speak loudly and slowly in Japanese, they probably have more of a chance of understanding me.
Sacapuntas. That means pencil sharpener.
Nice. That is more Spanish than I know.
That's like what I remember from high school. That's it. Because it sounds dirty, but it's not.
Oh, I think for my thing, I always say I'm going to do is edit the blog before the day it's due. God damn it! I am not good about that. I'm really good about a buffer for everything else, but not my blog. Oh well.
Con leche. That's some Spanish I remember. It means with milk.
Yeah, you can put those. Yeah, you can put those together. Sacapuntas con leche.
Sacapuntas con leche.
But now you got to start weaving some Japanese into it too. Got to bring the whole thing back around.
I know konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, sacapuntas con leche. I can basically seduce Spanish women.
You can
now.
offer
There you
somebody. You can offer somebody a pencil sharpener with milk, and they will say sayonara.
It's a conversation.
All right, we're gonna dance away from this before we start crossing into bad areas. So, Joe, why don't you take us over to Facebook and let's see what questions we have waiting for us over there.
All right. Well, our friend Daniel asks, "What thing are you each most looking forward to in 2021?" I mean, I'm assuming other than not dying.
Yeah. Looking forward to is a weird concept right now, man.
Well, mine's easy. I'm looking forward to finally finishing CF9.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully having edits done on Punk Rock Paladin to the point where we can send it out on sub. I'm looking forward to finishing the 3 other things on my plate right now. And I'm looking forward to, in March, on our 1-year anniversary of entering quarantine, we are going to get an ube cake. Ube cakes are delicious, so I am looking forward to celebrating 1 year in hell with a cake.
I'm looking forward to hearing the Bones of the Past audiobook. I really like getting to hear the great audio work that gets done by Tantor and Audible, and it's cool getting to see another artist put their work into the words that were my starting point. And so I don't know, I really enjoy that process, and I like when they come out. That's fun for me too.
I'm looking forward to finishing this crossover between Quincy Harker and Bubba the Monster Hunter that I've been working on for 2 years, because I can't manage to not get myself into 2-year-long multi-volume projects. So I'm then looking forward to writing just up one fucking novel.
2 things. One, finishing Bill of the Dead 3, because I couldn't get shit done on that last year. And 2, there's a couple Transformers coming out that I kind of want.
I'm just looking forward to the fucking pubs opening again. I have a Wednesday Warcraft group, and even the guys who don't drink just want the fucking pubs to open again. And I think when that happens, there's just going to be a week-long trail of vomit throughout all of England. It's going to be glorious. So I look forward to that day. That technicolored, chunky day. What keeps me going.
Our friend Scott asks, "What is your best being fired / quitting a job story?"
All right, so I worked at this this large consulting firm during the .com boom, and it was one of those places that they came up so fast. They hired a lot of people, and they honestly did, and they hired a lot of people without knowing what to do with them. So we kind of had to find our own jobs. So I jumped on as this system. I basically took over the duties of being a system administrator for the major client that our company was working for. So things started going bad. My boss had no idea what I did, so he just let me go. And not realizing that, 1, I was the only system administrator in the group, and 2, I was the only one with the passwords for this client stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, after that, my phone didn't quite ring right.
Mine's not a great story. I've talked about the time I was self-employed and I had a delivery contract with this chain of DIY stores. And the financial crash hit, and all of a sudden everyone was buying a white van because everybody needed a job. And I knew there were people kind of undercutting me and cutting their own throats, because I was barely making money out of this. So if they were undercutting me, they were making shit all. And there was the key store in particular were just suspiciously dropping deliveries. and they were using it as an excuse to not live up to their end of the bargain, and I was having to do extra work to make my money, and they were treating me like shit. And I was just really desperate for a while, and then one day one of them just came out and admitted it and said, look, we're not going to use you anymore, we've got this other guy. And for about 3 seconds I was fucking furious, but then this amazing calm washed over me, and I realized that I'd been holding this kind of chain of obligation to this dying cause for these people who did not give a shit about me, and I didn't have to do it anymore. And I went home kind of like walking on air. And then 2 months later, this badly run DIY chain went out of business, and I left, and I pissed on their grave. I hope all those people got fired, and I hope they never got a job again. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't have a very good one either. No, actually yours was good. I don't have a very good one. Scratch the either. The best that comes to mind was when I finally started making enough money from my books so where I could quit working my teaching gigs in Korea. I was not so much my main one, because that was actually a pretty lax job, and I had an office and enough free time between classes, and that's what prompted me to start writing in the first place. But it wasn't enough to make ends meet, so I was like privately tutoring a bunch of kids, and God, that sucked. I didn't like it. They really didn't like it. And when I was finally able to start telling their parents, yeah, I'm not going to be able to teach your shitty kids anymore, that felt great.
I hope all those kids got fired and they never worked again.
Nah, well,
I'm not going to teach your kids, but I'm going to smack them with a Caverns and Creatures book.
I don't wish that on most of the kids, but a couple of them.
So I worked a holiday season as a stalker at Costco. Probably told this story before, but fuck it. It was a pretty good job. Like Costco pays really well, and my coworkers were great, but I was just kind of not a natural at it, so I was always a little slow. And the way Costco's hiring works is they hire a whole bunch of seasonals, and then that's basically your audition to be hired full time. They only hire full time out of their seasonals. And anyway, my last day on the job, what I did not realize was my last day on the job, I was just like going slower than ever. I was a slug that day. Like I was getting sick. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was moving so sluggishly that people were literally running up and finishing my work for me very vindictively. Kind of like being like, "Come on, Brassy, like get your shit together." And finally, towards the end of my shift, my manager comes up to me, and at this point I was literally swaying on my feet. He walks up to me and he's like, "All right, Brassy, you've had a good run with us, but we're going to have to let you go." And I looked at him and I said, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I literally turned around and puked into a trash can.
Wow.
And I looked back at him and like wiped my arm, and I'm like, I think I need some paper towels. And I've never seen someone look so utterly guilty.
Well, you didn't fucking stock them, so they're right here.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna have to let you go. Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I didn't think I had a good quitting story, but mulling it over, I kind of have one. I've generally left jobs on good terms, but one that just beat the shit out of me mentally was a sourcing job of like trying to find an exact sized, tiny, specific screw that goes in this big industrial machine, and you have to locate like 4,000 of them from various like dealers and stuff, and it's just mind-numbing. I mean, I'm sure there are folks who can like zone out and get enjoyment out of it. I was not one of them. I was miserable. And so when I quit that job, one of the things I knew about them was that they liked to keep watching the Facebooks of people who quit and like making fun of the shit they went on to. because they left their secure job. And so I specifically never unfriended any of those people on that Facebook account just so they could keep seeing me rise.
Nice. Probably my best quitting story was when the owner of the company that I was general manager for pissed me off when I was out on a project site one day. So when I got back to town, I just went in. It was evening. It was like 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, nah, I'm done. So I went into the office. I cleaned out my desk. I wiped everything off my computer. I didn't quite format C:, but pretty much brain wiped the entire company documents. And sent an email saying, I fucking quit. Went out, locked the door, threw my keys through the mail slot, and never fucking looked back.
Nice.
Man, I don't think I cleaned out my computer when I left my last job. Whoever I got it next is probably going to C:.
I got a story with something like that, but it's like, so I worked at a laundry place, and I was in charge of the
called C:.
No, but I inherited the prior person who worked there was she was fired, and I just got her laptop pretty much as is. And I was digging through the laptop one day, just seeing because I found a couple directories and stuff. Apparently, she had either coerced or convinced some of the staff there to model some of the some of the lingerie we were like so suddenly I open up these, I'm like, oh, what's this picture? I'm like, wait, I know this person and they're not wearing much. That was just like, yeah, that was like it was kind of like, okay, this is weird. Okay, I better delete the fuck out of this, because if they catch this on now my laptop.
Yeah.
Not what it looks like.
Yeah.
The last job I was fired for, I had taken a Friday off to work a convention. So I'm sitting in the booth at the Comic-Con, and I get the email that says, so you're fired. I was like, oh. I was like, well, my contract was up next month, so is this just them telling me they're not renewing my... Nope, that means I'm fired today. Oh.
Damn.
And I was like,
Shit.
okay, I guess I'm a professional writer now. That was June of 2015, the day I went full-time again.
Okay. Our friend Melanie says, when writing your books, is there a moment in your real life that you thought would work in your story? If so, what was it?
Just one.
I don't know that the statute of limitations has run out on all of that shit.
Man, I'm kind of in the other boat. I very rarely plumb my real life for stuff.
There's a lot of titty bars in Bubba, dude.
Yeah. There's a couple stories in Pop-Tart Manifesto that could still probably get me clocked.
There's a short story that I put in an anthology last year, and the description of the strip club was absolutely taken straight from real life. It was a strip club in a double-wide trailer in eastern North Carolina with like cinder blocks that made up the steps leading up to this just sad excuse for a strip joint.
I've had turns of phrase that friends have used that I then tossed into a book. Actually, it's like, I think I've used some variation of this a few times, but a friend of mine once said, sad boy with guitar is like one of my favorite musical genres. Sad boy with a guitar is a type of person in real life I have learned to always avoid.
Yeah, the same. There's a lot of phrases and places in their landscapes. My brutalist architecture of my hometown to my vaguely hobbity villages. But yeah, not very specific incidents. I'll take a lot from conversations I've been in. I think any time a character gets hit in the head or falls off of something, I'm kind of like, yep, I can write that, no problem. But I think the closest thing I've got to a like-for-like specific incident was the torso farmer, which is entirely based on a fucked up dream I had when I was feeling a little bit ill, and some of that book is just a direct translation of a weird fever dream about an endless conveyor belt of torsos.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's not a comedy. It's one of my rare non-comedies. It's not as funny as it sounds.
It could be. I got nothing comes to mind. I mean, there's a lot. In fact, I'd say quite a lot of what I write is conversations I've had, conversations I've imagined outside of writing, or just, little bits and pieces here and there. There are characters based on people I've met or people I've heard of. There are places and stuff, but nothing specific or amazing comes to mind. The end.
All right, here we go. Our friend Teresa said, "You were offered a chicken army to lead into battle against the forces of Colonel Sanders. Do you accept?"
I think we all know how I feel about that chicken army. I'm going to
Yeah.
betray them at the earliest possible convenience. Benedict Arnold, those chickens.
I'm Team Sanders, motherfucker. I'll put 11 herbs and spices in a shotgun.
You know what? That seems like a pretty badass way to die. I'm fucking in.
Yeah, I'm gonna call us like the 13 herbs and spices army, and we're gonna take it to the motherfucker.
Nobody's gonna believe this story when I get to Valhalla.
I'm totally in. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a ton of dead chickens to eat.
Yeah. You don't have to be a responsible commander. You can make poor tactical decisions and still win.
Oh, what do you mean? You mean Sanders is fielding a crispifying flamethrower on the east side of the battlefield? All right, right flanks, move in!
Oh no.
I mean, you got all these stupid chickens. They defeat Sanders, and then you inherit his empire, and you got so many chickens to eat and or sell.
That sounds like work. I would rather betray my chickens by making a deal with Sanders. Me like, dude, I got all these chickens here, and I want free extra crispy for life. So let's make a deal.
Can you bred them on the battlefield? Like, can you shoot Sanders lasers that turn them into, the chicken fingers?
I'm
Or
assuming
I can make
that's
a
how it
deal
works.
If you can do that, I will just send waves at you.
I could make a deal with Popeyes. Like, all right, we'll take out Sanders, and you can have the chickens to make them actually good.
It's one of the only occasions where the medieval defense of pouring hot oil on your enemy makes a lot of sense.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or maybe make a deal with Colonel Sanders and be like, see those fuckers over there at Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's the best answer. You'd fuck Chick-fil-A, who has shitty chicken anyway.
Yeah.
Understood. I have never, I had one of their chicken sandwiches once, and I was like, what? This tastes like a New Englander's turkey.
Gotta disagree. I think they're delicious.
So long as they're dead and eaten, then the universe is doing something right.
I'm all for KFC because something, a couple years back they said fuck it all, and they came down with that double decker, whatever the fuck, that double down sandwich where there was no bread. It was just all chicken and a slice of cheese in between.
I fucking loved that thing.
It was awesome.
That was a bold declaration of fucks that were given.
Do they still make that thing?
God, I hope so.
It's one of those things that I feel like I should try it once.
I think everybody should try it once before they die.
Right before they die.
I mean, I had it the day, but when it came out, I made a point of going to try it, and it was honestly kind of dry.
Okay.
But they might have improved it since then.
Not likely.
Yeah.
Our science has allowed us to come up with 3 chicken patties instead of 2.
It's just patties all the way down.
I don't know if I want to fight somebody who can come up with something like that.
I absolutely want to fight someone who can come up with something like that.
The Colonel's been killing chickens for a while. That's true.
That's the only way I think I could win a fight.
that is going to do us for this week on Authors and Dragons. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and joining us. We'll be back next week with a side quest, and then again in 2 weeks with more of the game. Will they successfully heal themselves or entirely forget and wander into the next encounter with low hit points? Tune in next time to find out, though in your heart, I'm guessing you probably know. Until then, bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
I'll lick his asshole a little.